Recently, an appeals court in Mexico released a drug cartel leader by the name of Rafael Caro Quintero. And this is an affront to justice because this man, drug dealer, was responsible for the murder of numerous people, including a former DEA agent by the name of Enrique Camarena. I'm Manny Medrano. I was the former chief prosecutor responsible for going after the killers of federal DEA agent Enrique Camarena. Enrique Camarena, U.S. citizen, former Marine, former local cop, decided to pursue history and become a DEA agent. And he was such an extraordinary agent, he was assigned to Mexico, in a hotspot, Guadalajara, Mexico, where at the time, the drug cartel, the leading drug cartel in the world, was situated. And it was led by a drug dealer by the name of Rafael Caro Quintero. Agent Camarena served bravely in Mexico, and he did such a phenomenal job that the drug cartel lost over $1 billion worth of cocaine and marijuana seized by law enforcement thanks to the tremendous efforts of Enrique Camarena, DEA agent. So the drug cartel decided to fire back. They conspired, and at the order of Rafael Caro Quintero, Enrique Camarena was kidnapped in broad daylight off the streets of Guadalajara in February 1985 by corrupt cops and drug dealers, and he was taken to a palatial home on the outskirts of Guadalajara. He was put in a room in the back of the house. The walls were about a foot thick to muffle the screams, because there the drug dealers proceeded to torture Enrique Camarena for 36 hours nonstop. And then they murdered him. And the death blow was they got a tire iron and they drove it through the top of his skull, piercing his brain and killing him instantly. Enrique Camarena left behind a wife and 3 young boys. The oldest, Enrique Jr., was 11 years old when he lost his dad. After the murder of Enrique Camarena, they hid the body. And because of tremendous pressure by the United States government, we wanted our agent back. We wanted him back. We wanted the body back. And tremendous pressure was put on the Mexican government by United States officials. And then finally the body turned up 60 miles outside of Guadalajara in an open grave, and that's where they found the body of Enrique Camarena. In the last 5 years, 60,000 people have died because of the drug wars in Mexico. It's an astounding number, a number that is so enormous people, I think, have trouble wrapping their heads around it. You have to understand why this case was so important. Number one, the obvious reason is bringing to justice those people responsible for a murder. But beyond that, there was actually just an important factor or reason, was the American government had to send a message to drug cartel leaders around the world that if you touch a single hair on the head of one of our federal agents, we were going to come after you with everything we had. And that is a powerful, powerful deterrent value in going after the people who were responsible for this murder. To this day, our government has federal drug agents serving around the world in many hotspots, whether it's Peru, Colombia, Mexico. But in those countries, they're not even allowed to carry firearms. They are at the mercy of the drug dealers, which is why it's so important that if they hurt one of our agents, if they have the temerity to kill one of our agents, we have to go after them with everything we have. Otherwise, we're just impotent. We're just a powerless country, and we can't allow that to happen. It pains me to say that as much as I wish that we have Rafael Caro Quintero given to us, the American government, I don't think it's going to happen. Because bribes have been paid, and Rafael Caro Quintero is probably now gone with the wind. We don't know where he is. I'll be amazed if we can find him.